So definitely that's what I'm thinking. If the Leafs can trade Jake Muzzin, that's over $5 million of cap space. Another $2 million from trading Hall. Another $3.5 million from trading Kerfoot. You have like well over 10, is it what, $12, $13 million of cap space. You re-sign Sandin and Engvall. You bring in a cheap right shot defenseman with Sandy and a physical guy, maybe $1 or $2 million. Then you're looking at yourself being around $6-7 million of cap space with maybe another depth guy to sign. That $5 or $6 million is enough to sign a top 6 forward. So if you're DUBAS, you got to consider that because you got to trust that Giordano could still fill a top 4 or 4 or 5 role. Sandy Liljegren can step up when you can. Riley Brody, your top pair. So if the Leafs, the defense was good enough with the structure it had, and at a lot of times Muzzin wasn't even healthy, and the structure of the defense still looked really good. Giordano made that impact when he came over. So if they can get a physical guy on that right side to play with Sandin, kind of what Bogosian, that role that Bogosian played with Sandin when he was on the Leafs, you solidify that top 6, maybe bring in a depth guy, and then you try to go after a top 6 forward. Whether it's one of the free agents or through a trade, there's so many options out there. But if you're the Leafs, you have to try to solidify that scoring. Or if anything, you can spread out that cap over 2 or 3 guys for the third line. Sign a couple guys for $2 or $3 million. To solidify your top 9 and fill out maybe more of a physical third line, what we've seen from the Avalanche, Lightning, guys like that. So it's going to be interesting. I think a lot of people have different opinions on what they should do. If they should trade those guys, use the money to get a top 6 forward, or trade those guys and spread it out into improving your third line and then sliding guys like Kampf and Engvall down to have a really good fourth line. So it'll be interesting. I think DUBAS has a lot of different directions with it. Obviously, the question marks and controversy around the goaltending decision-making, but we'll see if the Leafs and DUBAS make a better decision-making with clearing out some cap with those guys and solidifying the top 9 because, you want to match up against some of those big dogs in the playoffs.